the magic trick.
Oh.
You go to places like that with one friend, just one, or only two of you, because two people, you get on the rides faster because we're not in a group of like 3, 4, 5, 6 plus.
No.
Like, they're always like, how many? 6, wait right here. How many? 4, wait right here. How many? 2, lane
Go
2.
on.
And
Yeah,
they're like,
I know. Yes.
And then we shared, after the meal in Epcot, we shared
Everything.
because it was the perfect amount to be able to
Pro
get
tip,
more.
it's half the price,
Yeah.
too.
Yes. I'm
You
like,
can get more stuff to try
yes.
and not spend as much money.
Right.
And you don't want to vomit afterwards.
Correct. Are we going?
Oh, we're going? We're rolling.
Welcome to the world's okayest podcast.
AKA
Scissors Sisters. We do hair, so hence the scissoring.
I feel like people think we're very unfriendly. Is it our faces?
Books,
Movies.
hair,
Dudes.
songs,
Kids.
mom stuff.
This is what it's like to spend a day with us.
This is us.
All day. We're just raw dogging this thing.
I had a warrant out for my arrest.
I can't. You just called me a meth addict.
Suck my anxiety out of my body.
Oh.
And action.
Yeah. Find one of those.
Episode
16.
16. Okay.
Universal Edition.
Yeah, if you're not wanting to know all the tips and tricks and
Details
reviews
of our
and,
trip.
where the bathrooms are located, then exit now, because that's what this episode is. We
Yes.
got a lot to unpack
We
here.
do. A lot to unpack.
Yes.
Also, like, follow, subscribe.
Yeah. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
I don't know. We don't
Minimal
post on Instagram.
on Instagram.
YouTube and TikTok.
And that's it. Yeah. Okay.
Welcome.
Hello. I said we'd be Tanner. We're not. So,
We're a little Tanner.
yeah, well, I'm not.
Oh.
Book. This is our book club book. The theme was a book you would read just by the cover without reading the blurb.
The blurb.
And I love it because it's
The
80s. It looks like a VHS tape-ish. It
Also,
says,
it is actually a movie.
yes, you read the book and then you watch the movie on Amazon. Me and Allie watched it. I think I gave it like all the stars or almost all the stars.
I gave it 4.
Yeah, I might have given it 4.
It's like not super my cup of tea,
Right.
but it was good
Well,
for like, and the nostalgia.
Yeah, the nostalgia was awesome. Every chapter is like a song, an 80s song title.
The first chapter, because you were like, read it. And
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm like,
ugh, I don't want to. I'm not feeling it. And I opened the first chapter and it's titled, Don't You Forget About
Yeah.
Me. And if
And
you've
you're
watched
like,
this at all, you
okay,
know my
I'm
obsession with The Breakfast Club and John Bender.
Lots of ET stuff too.
Lots of ET stuff, lots of 80s music references.
It's yeah, I would say it's young adult, but there's no romance, so
No.
like it made it easier to read. It's Best Friends.
Yes.
My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix.
Yes, this is the second book we've read
Yes,
by
the
him also.
other one was the Final Girl Support Group, I think. Yes.
Yes.
And I think I love him. So
Yes, he is
He's
definitely a
always-
child of the 80s
yes,
for sure.
For sure.
Which we love. Love.
It's exactly what it sounds like, My Best Friend's Exorcism. So it's like
best
some
friend.
funny,
Yes,
some
it is got some.
horror-y.
It's written just like a Final Girls support group.
Yeah,
like
yes.
it's a serious matter, but he integrates humor with it.
Yes.
So it's like not super dark, even though
Yes.
it's about possession.
Right.
But it's like yeah, funny.
Yeah.
and they're high schoolers in
Yeah,
the book.
they are.
So you have to know going in.
But they age.
yes, towards the end of the book.
Yes,
Yes,
because actually it starts out and they're in elementary school.
Yes.
And their
Tells of their
evolves
friendship.
into, and then it, so yeah. Read
and
it.
like one
Suggestion.
girl is like they go to like a prep school and one
Yes.
girl is like rich and her family's rich and the other girl's like a scholarship
yeah.
kid from the wrong side of the tracks, which happens in every 80s movie.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
I love it.
Me too. So it was good.
It was good.
I liked it a lot.
I finished it in like literally 2 days.
You really did. You've read it like in 3 sittings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we at now? we're here, but we are
Mentally,
we want
I'm
to be in Universal.
Florida. Yeah.
So where are we going first with this?
Oh, let me whip out my little notes.
I will say, I was scared because we had went last year. And
Yes, and also it's both of our third times going.
Yes.
Second time together.
Yes. So I was scared that it wouldn't be as magical.
Which you voiced once we got there, and I was
did.
like, "What the fudge, man?"
I was like, are you at all worried? This was in the car
Yeah,
on the way there.
Yes.
I'm like, are you at all worried that like it's going to be a letdown because last year was like just
So,
yes.
and I was like,
You're like,
I wasn't.
yeah, I wasn't, but now I am.
Yeah, now I'm like worried.
So day one, we get there and we go to Epcot.
Yeah, let's back up.
Okay, backing up.
So, and we may still make the video, the TikTok, but like Disney adults get shit on all the time.
Yeah.
Like people are like, "Ew, Disney adults are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're like,
And
no,
we're like, this is-
what?
no,
You
they're
guys are
not.
dumb.
Yeah,
So we
like-
went last year. We went to Magic Kingdom
Because
and
I've
it was,
never been to any, and I wanted the most Disney of all the parks.
Yes. So we went.
Castle.
We both were like, it was kind of a letdown. It's definitely geared toward like, oh, my toddler likes princesses.
Yeah. Well.
So this year we went to Epcot,
Yep.
which I can
Everyone's
remember
like, adults. If
Yeah.
you're an adult, go to Epcot.
only because they want to drink around the world,
we
which
don't
we don't drink.
Around anything.
Our plan was to eat around the world, but you know us, we ate one place and we're like,
I'm full.
I'm full.
Yeah.
Can't eat anywhere
That's
else.
before we discovered the magic trick.
Oh,
You go to places like that with one friend, just one, or only two of you, because two people, you get on the rides faster. Because
Yes.
we're not in a group of like 3, 4, 5, 6 plus.
No.
Like, they're always like, how many? 6, wait right here. How many? 4, wait right here. How many? 2, lane 2.
go on.
And
Yeah,
you're like,
I know. Yes.
And then we shared after the meal in Epcot, we shared
Everything.
Yeah, because it was the perfect amount
Yeah.
to be able to
Pro
get
tip,
more.
it's half the price
yeah.
too.
Yes. I'm
You
like,
can get more stuff to try
yes.
and not spend as much money.
Right.
And you don't want to vomit afterwards.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's a
Yeah.
pro tip.
it is. Yeah.
One person. Go.
But we did decide, okay, my bad.
The Disney adults are weird.
Disney adults, I don't think they're weird, but I don't understand it,
don't
I
either.
guess.
I
Like,
could rant for multiple episodes how bad I hate Disney.
yes.
To be honest, like
I
I don't want to
agree.
take my kids. It looked like misery. It was 112 degrees.
Let's talk about the children.
I wondered if they were alive.
Yeah.
Because it was so
Every
hot. Half
kid-
of them were dead in their
Stroller,
Like,
their faces are beet red.
yeah,
They're sweating.
crying.
Yeah, we saw numerous kids, and I was like, "Oh, that's Crosby," and they'd be like, "Bah, bah," over. I mean, I get it. They're hot. They're tired. There's nothing to do
There's
after you're there
not.
for like 2 hours.
There is not. The rides are
Suck.
like, the park is like 100 miles.
Yes,
And there's like 3 rides.
yeah,
So like you'll find a ride every like, what's that math?
I can't math in my head.
35-ish miles. There's a ride.
yes,
They suck.
with a wait time of at least 2 hours.
Tell me what child is waiting in that line without having a meltdown?
Not
I would
my
be
children.
having a meltdown in that
I
line.
know.
So last year we did the Genie Pass, which is a
A joke.
This year they had something where you could, in the app, pay.
Lightning Lane.
Okay, you could, but you have to pay.
Pay every ride you do.
Ride,
And you can
after
only-
you buy your ticket.
And it's just like the Genie Pass. You can only do one ride every 2 hours.
So we scheduled.
Guardians of the Galaxy, which I will say, That ride was pretty fun.
It was fun, but like
Comparatively speaking to Universal,
not fun.
Still not as fun.
Nope. It really was like that guy said. It was Space
Mountain.
on steroids.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, correct.
It's a no for me.
It's a no from me, dog. So yeah, the lightning lane. So we paid one lightning lane. It was $34 for the two of us. And then the ride got delayed. Remember? We were going to, like, it got delayed before our time. And I'm fairly certain if you bought a lightning lane pass,
And it
they
was
just
delayed during that
squished
time.
you back into our time and then let everyone that had lightning lane go. So we still had to wait, like, I don't even know how long.
At least 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Which
and
is
we-
not bad, but like
But when
you're
you
paying
pay
$17 a person,
person?
to get on this ride.
Correct.
It in your time frame.
Yeah.
Nope.
Terrible. Also, Disney looks so out of date.
Yes. And it makes no sense. I'm
No,
like,
they're set up
I
there.
want everything to be like Disney, Goofy, Mickey, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Here's a golf ball in the world.
yeah, or like here's it looks like Silver Dollar City.
It does. It smells like silver. I would rather go to Silver Dollar City.
I would too, honestly. And I don't like Silver Dollar City.
I mean, I love Silver Dollar City. But if I'm going to pay $174 to go into one park for one day, like, I want to have the best time.
We said we were going to go every year and we're going to just check
Do
off
a different
Disney
Disney park.
till we're done. We're done. We went to Magic Kingdom and
Epcot.
and I don't care to pay the $200 to see
No,
anymore.
I had like buyer's remorse
I did too.
after we left.
I'm
I was
like,
like, I could have bought $174 worth of shit
Now
at
Disney
Universal.
Springs.
Okay.
Next year we'll hit
Yes,
Disney
I will
Springs.
go a whole day for free to Disney Springs.
Correct.
Disney Springs was
It's
more
better.
magical
It's more
than
fun.
Epcot.
It's newer. It's cleaner.
Yeah.
It's the people aren't sad. There's shade. Okay.
people aren't sad.
Let's compare the parks and why Universal is better.
Well, one, I think Universal is just on such a like grander scale.
Yes.
Like you walk into Epcot and it's just like it doesn't wow you. I mean, maybe the first time you see in Magic Kingdom, but once you get past the Disney castle, the Princess Castle, like there's nothing
I've
to
been
look
to
at.
Two parks now for Disney. I can't navigate. I don't know where I'm at. Things are like here and there and this and that and that. Universal,
It's like
it's
everything's
kinda
a
like-
circle.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like you know where you're at, you know where you're going,
Yeah.
you know where stuff
You
is.
pick your path and you go.
Universal has more shade. Universal has more air. Like if you're
more
waiting,
misty things too.
yes, if you're waiting for a ride, chances are you might be inside a little bit.
You're inside a
even
lot.
The oldest ride, because we looked it up,
And it's
which
E.T.,
is E.T.,
one of our
which we
favorites.
love, you're waiting in the air conditioning.
You are.
Why?
And it smells like the 80s.
It does.
I don't know. Disney they're just
They need to get
stealing
with
your
it,
money.
or they get on out of here.
Yeah.
Don't,
I mean,
no.
maybe the Disney adults are weird people are right. Like it is for your toddler. It's definitely
No, I
But-
don't want to put that's torture for a toddler.
that's what we talked about. Like those, not a single one of those kids was having a good time.
No. And then we go to Universal the next day, and I'm like, it's cooler. The children look happy. The children
Yeah.
look happier. Nobody's dying of a heat stroke.
Nobody's screaming.
No. Everyone's having a good time. There's little water spots. Like the
There's a
lines
bunch of
aren't a
water
kabillion miles long. Universal does free
Water. Yeah.
and it's not a water fountain. It is
No.
a freestyle
Pro tip.
machine.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can go to almost any of the restaurants or food stands and ask for a water cup. And yes, they have the
And you
touch
can-
screen machines
or
where
if
you just
have
get
a
ice water.
bottle or a cup, like
Yeah,
whatever.
you can bring in your own cup or bottle and refill it. Disney doesn't give you anything for free.
No, except well, I was going to say
Except
a
a
headache.
headache and a
but
sunburn.
That wasn't free. It cost me $175 for the day.
That's true. It did.
Okay. But I do have some poo-poos on Universal.
Oh.
We stayed at a Universal resort.
We did.
And so with that, you get a shuttle to and
To
from.
and from.
All hours of the day from open to close.
Right.
But you also get early entry. And so we were like, yes, early entry. That's the only way we're going to get to ride the Hagrid's motorbike thing.
Magical creature
Because we
ride.
didn't get to ride it last year.
No, because our express passes don't work
and
on
they
it.
still don't work because
No, they
it's
don't.
like so new.
So, still new.
So we we don't go early the first day because we destroyed our body at Disney the first day, which was a
walked
waste.
forever in the hot. And we had traveled all day.
Yes.
So we like traveled,
Felt like
got
death.
up at 5 a.m., got to the airport, flew, got our car, went to Disney.
Yes,
Destroyed our legs. So we were like, we're sleeping in. So we did. So we got to Universal about like 10 that day, I think.
So we were like, okay, we have to use our early entry the next day. It's our last day.
It is.
This is a perk for our hotel. Mm-hmm. So the park opens at 8 for early entry. Mm-hmm. We get there at like between 7:15 and 7:30-ish.
Yeah.
And there is already a mass crowd of people
Yes.
that I can't even see the gate. And
Yeah.
so we're just standing there drinking our coffee and we're like, okay, this is fine though. This is fine.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get in. We'll go straight to
Book it to
Hagrid's,
Hagrid.
whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's okay if we have to wait an hour because we
We
got
don't
a
have
free
anything
hour.
else to do. Yeah, nothing else is open in the park. I didn't know
They
that
have
before.
like 3 rides.
Yes. Hagrid, Velocicoaster.
Ollivander's Wand
Yes.
Shop, which should have done that.
And they won't even let you go
No.
to the other areas of the park.
To even like walk around.
No.
They've got it blocked
Blocked.
off.
So you can go to these 3 areas and that is it for the hour.
So we get in and all the worker bees start yelling like, walk, don't run.
Yeah, don't
Hagrid's
trample.
motorbike, blah, blah, blah,
It's
is delayed.
delayed.
And we're like, you got to be shitting
Yeah,
me.
how can it be delayed?
Like you just started.
Yeah,
What is
nobody's
going
ridden
on?
it yet. Anyways,
So
yes.
we're like, okay, it's fine. We'll still make our way back there. And we'll get in line because we've still, even if it's delayed, like
Yeah.
you're allowed to wait in line. They just don't know when it's going to open back up.
Right.
We walked back there and the line was like,
I've never seen a line of people that long.
it took us like 5 minutes to
just
find
to
the
get
end.
to the end of the line. It's like the scene in A Christmas Story when he's like, the
Yes.
line ends here. It starts back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I've never,
was.
anyways.
And so we were like, this is not a 1 hour line.
No, the line wasn't a 1 hour line, and the ride was delayed, and they had no time.
Right. So even if it delayed for an hour, we would have waited in that line at least 3 hours. So we were like, nope,
this. It
not
is
wasting
not meant
my
to be.
last day.
No, standing in line. No.
So we still didn't get to ride that. So, okay, so we're like, this, we can't, no. So then we trek all the way to the Velocicoaster because I'm like, fine, I hate roller coasters.
I love
like,
them, but
hate it. But I'm like, I'll ride it. It's fine. We get to it, and it's an hour wait
yeah, and our express passes do not work.
until the park opens. And so I
At
was
9.
like, fine, we won't ride this. We'll come back when the express pass works because we'll get in much faster.
Yeah.
So then what did we try to do?
We were like, we'll just get a hot butter beer because it's basically like coffee, which if you don't know, hot butter beer, superior.
Yeah, we have a butterbeer review because
Yeah,
we tried
later. All of them.
regular butterbeer, hot butterbeer, frozen,
frozen.
which is everyone's favorite.
Yeah, and I thought it tasted like a trash can.
It wasn't a trash can, but it just
Wasn't
tasted
good.
like it
Ice.
was like 2% butterbeer flavoring.
Yeah.
compared
Yeah,
to the rest.
It wasn't
100%.
good. No, which I had said I got frozen when I went the first time in
I was
LA.
telling Ramsey last night, and he was even like, "Well, yeah, because when you freeze stuff, it loses flavor." I'm like, "That's what I said."
Maybe, but everybody
Something
raves
hurts.
about. You probably popped it on the Velocico. Oh, okay. So we go get a hot butter beer, sit down, see a dead snake on the ground. That was random.
Yep.
And we're just chilling because we're like, fine. The day before we didn't get to ride Skull Island ride, the King Kong ride.
Yeah.
And so we were like, we'll go there 1st. We'll go get that because we want to ride it because it's one of our favorites.
Yes.
So we wait. And like, there's a crowd forming also to get into the rest of the park. We're at the front this time.
Yes.
So we're like, yeah. So finally 9 o'clock hits. They open the gates and we're like, Skull Island, get there.
Skull Island doesn't open till 9:30.
And I was ready to light a match.
Yeah. And we were like, what?
Yeah.
Excuse
what the
me?
F? Yeah. Then we're like, we'll ride Spider-Man. Delayed.
Yes.
Fucking delayed.
Yes.
What is happening? And we were like very terrified. Like we were like, this day is going
our day's
downhill.
Not doing good.
Fast.
Not doing good.
What did we end up riding?
And the whole time I was wearing shorts that made me want to die. I'm not kidding
forgot.
when I say that.
I know they were
like,
so tight on your gut.
The band was like this wide and so tight and hitting me in the most uncomfortable spot that I was like, not to mention we blasted Disney a day and then we blasted Universal a day and this is our last day. And I'm like, listen, I'm getting ready to turn 40. Like,
I gotta be comfy.
This is bad. Like, I don't feel well. Like, I don't feel well because my shorts are tight. Like, that's how bad this was.
Yeah.
I bought new shorts that
You did
day.
buy new shorts.
That changed my life.
I know. Thank God. Because you were going downhill fast.
You were getting worried.
I know. Because we went and rode the Velocicoaster. We went back because our express passes worked. And we were like, okay, Velocicoaster it is.
I will never ride that again.
I will say I am a roller coaster person, and that one gave me like shaken baby syndrome.
did.
And it was long.
Yeah,
it lasted forever.
It did.
And
it did.
hurt my neck a little bit and shook my brain.
Yeah, I had an instant headache.
Yeah.
So it's hot. It's like 10 a.m. We've had no food,
No
nothing
food.
but coffee,
And butterbeer.
and
so
my
sugar.
shorts are tight.
Yeah. Panic attack coming on.
Yeah. You stopped for a smoke break, which she was going to quit. She didn't.
I will quit. Now everybody knows I smoke.
So I stop and get water, ice water. And so, like, I'm sitting there, like, eating the ice.
Mind
trying
you,
to
I'm
bring
over
myself
here
back to
perfectly
life.
fine.
Yeah.
Just I'm getting nervous that we're gonna have to go back to the hotel.
Yeah. And so, next on our to-do list was these crepes. At this,
Central Park Crepes.
it's not even like a restaurant.
It's
like
just like a stand.
Yeah.
A little food truck guy.
So we got the chocolate strawberry, I think. It was like
Hazelnut.
Nutella. Oh, Nutella.
Strawberry
and
hazelnut.
Strawberries and whipped cream
and
a crepe that was like
Yeah.
this big, and they folded up and put it in like a cone,
Yes.
like a paper
Which,
cone thing.
Last year, I don't even remember that being there. I know it was because I've seen numerous people talk about it. But
probably
it was
didn't.
on our bucket list of food items
It was.
to get.
That crepe had magic powers.
It did.
Between-
We got water.
Yeah.
We got a crepe.
Free water.
Free water. We went and sat in the shade for probably a good 30
Yeah.
minutes.
because
and
we were like,
just-
we're gonna pace ourselves
Yeah.
today.
We're old now. We can't go balls to the wall 3 days in a row. Our legs don't
The
work
crepe
anymore.
brought me back to life.
It did. Thank
I
God,
was
because
great
you're
after
really
that.
worrying me for a minute.
So then roller coasters. We also rode.
I'm so proud of you for riding roller
Probably what's
coasters.
wrong with me right
Probably,
here, right now.
probably threw a shoulder blade out.
Then we rode.
We rode ET after that.
Yes, because I'm like, I need a
Break.
peaceful
Need a
ride.
nice ride where you're just
But
like.
what other roller coasters? We rode.
Well, we rode Dr. Doom's Fearfall, which is literally my freaking favorite. It's not
It's
a roller
pretty
coaster,
fun.
but it scared you last year.
Yeah, I almost had a panic attack
Mm-hmm.
going on to it last year.
And we rode the Rip Rockin' whatever roller coaster, where you pick your music, which
You
I
pick
love.
your music and it videos you the
Yes,
whole
it
time.
videos you.
Which we didn't know till the end, and then our screen was like, buy a picture or
Or a
buy the-"
video.
and we were like, what? And we look. So then we go watch the video, and I look like I'm crying the
You
whole
do.
time.
I'm like, yeah. And you're like,
No, I was like the whole time, because
You
it
were.
was also like upside down and inside out.
and it's fast. And it has like
yeah, it
straight
sends
down
you straight
drops.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was awesome.
There was a third one, though. I thought we rode one that I was like, I don't really want to ride that, but I will. I thought there was.
I'm trying to
Maybe
think.
it was just Dr. Doom's Fearfall.
I think it was that. We didn't ride any other roller coasters.
so
Because
yeah,
I set the Hulk out this time. I didn't ride the Hulk. I rode it last year.
I did read that. Where was I going with that?
I don't know.
Oh,
roller
I read that
coasters.
Hulk was worse than Velocicoaster. More rough.
I mean, it was rough last year when I rode it because you remember, like, my hair was in a bun. And well, every roller coaster I ride,
Yeah.
my hair is like on the side of my head. But yeah, they have some really rough roller coasters.
They do.
Some
Like,
rough
I'll
guys.
just take the feel like you're going upside down, but really
Mm-hmm.
you're not moving.
And I don't know if you liked it as much as I did, but the Jimmy Fallon ride, which we didn't ride last year.
I liked the Jimmy Fallon ride the first time. I
'Cause
really
you
liked
didn't-
it the first time.
Yeah, because
that
that shark scared
me.
you. I loved that ride. I don't hear anybody talk
No,
about that
it's
ride,
pretty
and it
underrated.
was fun.
Ramsey was like, "What are you talking about? What Jimmy Fallon ride?" And I'm like, "There's a
Tonight
Jimmy
Show
Fallon
ride."
ride.
Yeah.
Like, it was awesome.
Race through New York.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
It was. We did not ride Fast and the Furious this year, and I'm just waiting for them to take that ride. Oh, the
yeah.
Mummy. You ride the Mummy. It's roller coaster.
Yeah, but it's not upside downy.
No.
So I really like the Mummy. Speaking of Fast and the Furious, we're creating a change.org to get rid of Fast and the
Yeah,
Furious.
we're going to create a
and
petition.
Bring back the Jaws ride.
Yeah.
Because
Who decided to take out Jaws and put a Fast and the Furious? It's the most terrible ride I've ever ridden
is awful.
in my whole life.
Yeah.
Terrible.
The worst.
Yeah.
Crappy.
But you took
stupid.
a Jaws?
Yeah. So we're
Also-
we're doing that.
If you notice, they have 0 Fast and the Furious merch, except maybe in the like gift shop after the
I'm
ride.
like, I'd buy me some Paul Walker or Vin Diesel stuff, but I don't. I want to
think
pretend
it's
that ride
because
is-
everybody hates that area. I've not seen one person be like, yeah, that's a good ride. Like even Fast and the Furious fans, like the ride is terrible.
It's awful.
And it's maybe like not appropriate for children.
Yeah.
There's like naked girls dancing in
Yeah.
there.
It's like club.
yeah,
club
they're in the
whole
club.
time, and there's
and then
one
the cops are about to
slam,
bust it up.
and then it's over.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's also one of those rides that's like you go into this holding cell and they play a video and you act like it's this and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, and then they shuffle you in and you're like, here we go. Nope, it's just another
Another
room to
room.
talk about more of the ride
Yeah,
and pretend it's this. And then there was like 3 of those.
I was going to
for that
say
ride.
Universal does that with numerous rides though.
They
And
do.
I get it. It's to like appease you and extend your attention span cuz it feels like you're no longer waiting in line. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
It feels like you're
It's a lie.
moving to the
You
ride.
are.
But it's just like a holding tank.
Yes.
So you're not standing in line.
Right.
But you are.
But you are.
They do that with a lot of rides.
They do.
So some of them I don't mind. Like the
Right.
Escape from Gringotts.
Uh-huh.
Don't mind that.
Nope.
So, but Fast and Furious, yeah.
No.
I
the
don't
whole
care.
thing sucked.
I just want to ride it.
Yep.
And then the ride was terrible.
So the crepe and the water, I'm alive again, except I gotta get some shorts. So
Yes.
I get some shorts, go in the bathroom, change, and it was
Yes.
I was free and I could breathe.
I
And it was
know.
great.
You were.
But how many people did we see wearing denim?
Or pants. Pants and long sleeve shirts.
Or people in dresses?
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you?
How are your legs not
How are you
chafed?
comfortable?
They're
Like,
not
this is-
comfortable. There's no way.
Or I saw people in like $3 Old Navy flip flops, and I'm like,
that
I would need my feet
toe-
amputated
I was
at
gonna
the end
say,
of the day.
there would be a permanent hole
Yeah.
between my first and second
Yes,
toe.
and I'm like, I am walking around in $170 tennis shoes.
Yeah,
because
my feet are still hurty and sweaty.
bought these specifically for this
Yeah,
kind of
and
stuff.
you know your feet. Can you imagine? I'd be slipping off the flip flop. Yeah,
It gave me
And-
anxiety to see people in because I'm like, these shorts are giving me a panic attack, and so I'm like, I know. How are you doing that?
Mm.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. And the denim, yeah.
Denim.
And you get wet on a lot of rides.
also
wet
saw
denim?
people in
No.
heels, which I was also like,
What are you doing? Maybe they're just going to eat or something, though. It's a weird
then I
place
also
to go
saw
eat.
lots
But
of people in the big giant character house shoes. If you want to overheat me and make me die, put me in those house shoes and put me on that black top. Like,
also, those don't have bottoms.
no,
They would just be like a worn.
Yeah.
Like my foot would be exposed by the
bottoms
end
would
of the day.
melt. Because let me tell you how many steps we walked in 3 days. Okay, people, get ready.
people.
Because if you can't, and this is why I couldn't take Allie, because she would perish. She wanted to go, but I'm like,
Yeah,
we
you
walked. We
can't
added
go.
them up. In 3 days, we walked between 57 and 64,000 steps.
That's a lot.
What?
And actually, it was 2.5 days because
Yeah.
Disney wasn't even a full day. We didn't get to Disney till 2.
But it sure did feel like a full day.
It did. That's because it was misery. Felt
also-
really long.
We were okay, so I gotta talk about some accents. Okay, so when we went to Disney, we were in like the Paris-y part, like the patisserie. We went to it.
We went to the
made it. We
patisserie.
ate lunch. It was awesome.
It
We
was
should have
really
shared
good.
It. That was before we knew to share because then we were full. But in the French part, people speak
French.
not only in that accent, but the lady working the register spoke a fluent French. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. It happened in another area.
It was all of them if you paid attention.
Where-
They all,
Yes.
it was where we bought the school bread, Norway.
Okay. Yep.
And I couldn't actually understand that guy very well. I know he said something about Vikings, I think.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Yep. And so I want to know, like, do they? Is that part of their hiring process? Is there like, here's Rosetta Stone for Norway.
Learn your language.
Go learn this, and you can work here.
Or if they,
That is pretty cool.
that's kind of, I mean, yes.
And it's like that.
Or do they seek out real,
For real.
French and
For real.
Norwegian people?
I want to know.
I don't know. Oh, and Mexico.
Yep.
And a lot of the people that worked in was it Mexico? Yeah, Mexico. They were like Spanish
Yeah.
or I guess Mexican, whatever. It's not the same as Spanish.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're offended
I
by
don't-
that.
I
I'm
don't
done.
know. I don't know. I just thought it was weird and cool.
They were like ethnically correct. Like it
Yeah.
was just weird. I don't know if they purposely pull. I mean, that's kind of cool if
Yeah.
they do. Like
people that get hired were like, oh, what can you speak a second language or a third or a fourth?
Yeah, or
And they're
where are
like,
you
oh, well, then
from?
we'll put you over here.
yeah.
That is
I mean,
pretty
that's
cool.
kind of cool.
Also, when we were in line for Skull Island, like we were waiting to get through the barrier when the park opened.
Oh, yeah.
We had some English people
Yes,
around
which,
us.
let me just tell you, I could listen to British people
Same.
talk
Same.
all day.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care what you're saying.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching a movie.
Yeah.
It's so foreign to us because, like,
Yes.
we're in the middle of fucking
Yeah, I'm
Missouri.
like, why do we sound like we do? This is bullshit.
This is unfair.
Yeah, we got
We
handed
sound like
the,
a bunch of redneck hillbillies, and they sound
unfortunately.
so British
Yeah.
and proper.
So there's it's like two moms and a gaggle of kids, like preteen to teenager.
Teenager.
Yeah. And the kids had red hair.
Yes.
Like they were redheads. They were gingers.
Hand-me-down robes.
So she's like nicely rubbing like sunscreen
Sunblock, yes.
all over him.
These
and he's like,
children were pale. Yes, he was so pissed.
yeah. And so then they were like, do you want to go to the pool?
Do you want me to just take him back?
do you
I'll
want
just take him back to the pool.
Do you not want to be here? Like, do you want to sit by the pool? Are you actually going to sit by the pool then? And he's like, no. And she goes,
he's just pissed about life right now.
And so she goes, stop looking so fucking miserable then. And I was like,
we were like, we found our people.
can we be pen pals?
Yes.
Like,
Can we be friends? We parent the same.
Oh my God,
But
it was
isn't that
awesome.
just like the realest thing? Like you cart your family, and they're not even from here, I would assume. They've come from another
I can
friggin'
only
country.
assume.
And he was probably 13.
They had gone the day before.
Yes.
For sure. Because I could tell by their conversation.
Yes.
Like, so that's why she's like, did you not want to come? Do you want to just sit
Yeah.
by the pool?
But I'm like, isn't that like all of them? You cart your teenager to have
Yeah.
a good time, and they're fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Like
That's why
you're
I'm
in
like-
Universal,
that's why
and
I'm
they're
like,
still
I
like,
won't
I
take
hate
my kids
everything.
until
Yeah.
they're like,
They don't want to be there.
Yeah. You
get
can
there
be
probably.
miserable on your own. Like,
Yes.
you paid to be
But
here.
it's
You're
just-
paying to be
yeah.
miserable. So if we're miserable, it's okay. We paid for this. We chose this.
It's funny too because I'm like, it doesn't matter where you're from. Teenagers
Yeah,
are teenagers
exactly.
are teenagers.
Like,
They're
it's
all like the same.
universal teenager.
Yes,
speak.
it's just funny to like
Then
see it happen.
we
to
were
other
in
people.
line to get on the Hogwarts
train.
Express.
Yeah.
And it was very confusing on what line we were in. We were pretty certain we were in the express lane.
And it wasn't just us.
No,
everyone
everyone-
was confused.
So we were about to ask the people in front of us, and then she turned around and she was like, Espanol? Spanish? And I was like, no, English. And then she asked the girls behind us, she was like, Espanol? And the girl goes, Portuguese? I was like, oh my God.
There's lots of language barriers
Because
happening
they were in
here.
the wrong line.
Yes, she finally
Yeah, it
like
was like,
relayed
Express?
express, and we were like, yes,
Yes.
this is it. And she was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
She didn't say oh
But,
shit.
my
She
God.
said something
Yeah,
else. But
it was funny.
yeah, it is weird. Like, just because we just don't see people outside of like Missourians for the most part
Right.
in Missouri. So
Yeah.
then you go somewhere like that.
Well, and it's like anytime we wanted someone to take our picture, we were like, I don't know. You were like, I don't want to ask them. I don't know if they speak English.
Yeah.
So we waited for the next people, and I was like, will you take our picture? 100%
she did not speak English. She was like,
but I was
and
like,
finally, picture. And then she
it
got
was,
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
universal,
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
Also, this year at Universal, we saw a shitload of characters.
Yes, and
That
a
was
bunch
really
of
cool.
stuff happening.
We saw like flash mob dancing.
There was a flash mob. We saw the Blues Brothers.
Yep. We saw the mummies, like the he's not
The
a mummy.
pharaohs or whatever.
Pharaoh on stilts, so he was like way
yeah.
tall, and then
Cleopatra. She's out there dancing.
it was pretty cool.
We saw
Betty Boop,
Marilyn Monroe, Shaggy and Scooby.
pretty convinced we saw Hermione and Snape.
Yes.
I don't know if they were
Listen,
cosplaying or
I
if they
don't
worked
either.
there.
But that Snape guy was like this,
He
and
was
when
like-
we walked by, he went and like looked
Yes.
like a Snape
yes,
look, and
he
I was
really
like,
did.
huh.
It was awesome.
So yeah, I don't know. Her dress was really spot on though. So if
and
they,
her hair.
yes, if they
I
weren't,
feel like they worked. Maybe they were part of that theater thing.
Oh, yes,
we saw
because they
Scooby
have-
and Shaggy. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, or they have in was it Hogsmeade? They have that stage.
Yes.
And they do little
Yes.
shows throughout the day, just like 10-minute, like you just stand there and watch. So I guess they could have done part of that because they do like stuff from the Goblet of Fire with all the other schools. So
Right.
and her dress is from that movie.
True.
Book, whatever.
The Yule
Yule Ball. Yeah.
Pretty proud of us though because we got 0 sunburns.
Second year in a row.
Yeah.
We are
Applied, reapplied
Twice.
once.
Once,
Like
yeah.
hit us in the morning before we left our room. Go to the park.
reapply midday.
Reapply midday.
I think it's because they do have so much shade.
Yeah.
Like we're hot. Actually, right here on my forehead, I got a little pink. Both
did.
days. You can't see it, but I must not have got my makeup
I did
sunblock
not.
up there. But no, like
And that's even after getting splashed on a ride that
Can we talk about your second splash though? So we ride, it's the Jurassic Park ride. I forgot what it's called. The River Adventure. You don't get super wet, but at the end you get a little.
Last year, we
okay.
didn't get super wet.
Yeah. So the first time we rode it, because we rode it twice. The first time we both got it directly into the face.
A bucket of water
soaking
hit this
wet.
whole half of my body.
Yes.
And I was like,
Oh my God. So the second
our
time,
last day. and
we
you're-
know the water's coming. So when it was time, I did this to shield my face.
We're falling down.
And I
I'm-
look over at you at the end. You're just sitting there like it's all
It hit me here. Like it was.
I
I
was
took
like,
my
"What are you
poopy
doing?"
shorts that I took off in the bathroom. They weren't really poopy. They just sucked. But I was like,
But I was like, why did you not shield your face?
I don't know.
Because it hit me right here, just on
Yeah.
top.
Well, I don't know, Courtney.
Also, I don't know what's in their water, but it does something
I was
terrible
gonna
to my
say,
hair.
I finally broke down and washed my hair
Yeah.
last night, and I smelled Jurassic Park River Adventure water.
Coming off you.
Yeah.
Like over chlorinated and dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes my hair feel like I could break it in half. It's so stiff and disgusting.
It's all right.
I washed my hair the day we got home, but you know, we had this conversation. Your hair after like 3 days up, it still looks like that.
Yeah.
My hair looks like Hagrid.
It's because mine's
It's this
because
large.
mine's bought and paid
Yeah,
for.
mine
Like,
is just
yours
all real.
grew.
But
My
and
real
I-
hair's not like yours either.
No,
though.
I know it doesn't look like it because I always have it fixed. But I have really coarse, really curly hair. So when it begins to get wet and humid and put up,
You
it
also had
just-
to re-put your hair up multiple times, and mine was still like,
boop. That's because mine is so heavy. Every roller coaster like knocked it right out. It was terrible. Good thing I didn't care.
Also, thumbs up for both parks. I want to know why. I can go into any Walmart at any given time, opening, closing, whatever. And the bathroom is like poop on the walls and toilet paper in the floor, and it smells like a diaper.
Like a vagina.
It's disgusting.
Agreed.
Always. No
Agreed.
soap, no paper towels.
Toilet paper in the floor,
Yeah.
paper towels in the floor, water,
Can't use
random
that stall.
puddles
Can't
of
use
water.
That stall. That one's overflowing
Yeah.
poop water.
Nobody flushed any of them.
You go into a bathroom at Disney or Universal at any time with a billion people.
Yeah.
I think I could eat off the toilet seat.
I'm telling
They
you.
smell clean.
They do.
Look clean. I'm like,
Yeah.
these bathroom cleaner people need a raise.
They do. I will
Because-
give them that. Disney and Universal.
both.
Actually, really, everything is exceptionally well kept, like
Yeah.
on the cleanliness side at
Yes.
both parks.
Yeah.
There's no trash. There's no anything. So
Yep.
I'll give them that. But yeah, bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, P.S. If you're in, is it Hogsmeade? Yeah, Hogsmeade.
Oh, yeah.
The bathroom next to the Three Broomsticks.
We did some things. So
Yeah, Moaning Myrtle is
Yeah,
in the
you can
bathroom.
hear
You
her.
can hear Moaning Myrtle.
we also knocked on the door of
At
Grimald
Grimald
Place
Place.
and saw Creature in the he comes to the window.
Yes, which we didn't do last year.
We also
Talk to the we saw the vanishing cabinet, and you can go in and hear in Borgin and Burke's.
Yep.
We didn't go in Borgin and Burke's last time. I don't think
we creeped in Nocturne Alley, but we didn't
We
go
didn't
in
go
that
in.
store because that's a
No.
pretty cool store.
it is a freaking really cool store.
And yeah, we have that you could hear the bird chirping in the vanishing cabinet. That was really cool.
It was really cool. Also, I can't remember if we even looked last year because we were like on a dead sprint, but you can go get around the back of the night bus and get on it.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
And that's my third time being at the night
Yeah.
bus. I had no idea.
Yeah. So that,
So yeah, overall general consensus is we're done with Disney.
yeah, we are not Disney people.
We
No.
will. We are already plotting our 2025 Universal trip, and we're going to try to do the Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes.
And
And
we're crossing our fingers that by then they'll have the whole new
New park.
They're
A
having
whole
a
new
fourth theme park, and
Yes.
it's called Epic Universe.
Epic Universe,
and it's
yes.
going to have 1920s London,
Paris, I believe,
something.
France. Yeah.
The 1920 Wizarding,
World.
World, and then also
With
the
Ministry of Magic.
and a Mario universe, which
Yes.
looked pretty cool.
Yes, which when I went in LA, they were almost done building it there. So I haven't actually been to it, but I looked and it does look really cool.
Was the other one called Dark Universe? And
Yes,
it's all like
horror
monsters.
monsters. Yeah. So like if you're a
Pumped
Halloween
for that.
Horror Nights fan, but it's not Halloween, you can go there and because it says like they'll have all the monsters
Yeah.
like.
So I'm really
FYI
hoping,
if you bring kids.
hoping that'll be done by October. Or,
There's
well,
a couple
September.
others too in there. How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah,
Something
I'll
about
look at
the
it,
Burks.
But, yeah,
Burt? I don't even know what that's from. But yeah, and there's gonna be a hotel on site in the park that like
We'll probably
overlooks the
never
park.
be able to afford to stay
You're
at.
probably right, but if it's just me and you,
It makes it more expensive. It's when you can split it with multiple people.
that's true.
So
Well, we're gonna look. I'm gonna tell Danielle
we're
to
looking.
see the price. But they also have 2 other hotels too, like that is for Epic Universe. They're all Constellation named. I
it's
forgot.
pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's set to open next year, so hopefully.
So the food we ate at the patisserie. It was good.
It was good.
We then that night ate at the Rainforest Cafe.
We also went to Norway and got
that giant
It was called
coconut.
school bread, and it was like kind of a donut, but it was a
Didn't have a
different
hole.
texture. It didn't have a hole, but it's stuffed with like coconut cream and top.
It was pretty amazing.
That was really good. I'll
then
give
I
Disney that.
really-
They got some good food.
And I really wanted some Dole Whip. And so we leave
Yes.
the park. We go to Disney
Springs.
We ate at the Rainforest Cafe, which my husband's like, "You guys are stupid."
I love
And
the
I'm like,
Rainforest
"You know
Cafe."
what? Tell me when and where I can go to a Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah.
Because I've not been since like 2012.
I was gonna say I've not been.
It was like 2008.
Yeah, I've not been in a probably since I was a child.
We were like, you know what? We want our Dole Whip, so maybe we should just. We got the appetizer sampler and we split it, and it was amazing
at Rainforest
Yes.
Cafe. Yeah, it was so good, so
Then
good.
we got a Dole Whip sampler.
Yeah,
It
it's
had,
called like
three,
a trio
yeah,
something.
It had like three little Dole Whips.
at Swirls on the Water.
Yeah,
in Disney Springs.
and so we walked and shared, and it was amazing.
It was so good. The coconut strawberry,
yeah, there was
so good.
a mango
with
lime or
pineapple
something.
and
Yeah,
chamoy.
it was
And then
good.
what was the other one?
I don't know, but they were
Remember,
good.
they were all
They were
really
so
good. Mm-hmm.
Then we also had probably the best thing we had was at Cowfish, and it was
In City Walk.
Yes.
That's in City Walk.
it was crab rangoon dip.
With like
The
wonton chips. Oh, my God.
And
that
then
was
we
so
got some
good.
sort of weird sushi roll, and it
Yeah.
was pretty
Which
good
at
too.
first we were both like,
Yeah, I was like,
This
wait,
is weird.
No, I like
This
this.
is good. Yeah.
Ate it all.
Yeah, we tried to film too. Totally forgot. We have a picture of the demolished
plate.
Yeah.
I'm like, oops, we forgot to take a
Whoopsies.
picture.
Yeah. Whoops.
Voodoo Donuts let down
Well,
this year.
yeah. What? Back up, because we didn't eat them until they were a day old.
But last year we lived off of them for like 2 days and they were good. But I am 110% convinced it's because our room last year was like
Wet.
literally like my shoes felt wet, my clothes felt wet.
Yes.
The
it was
carpet
so
felt
humid
wet.
in our
Like,
room.
It was very humid. So it's like those donuts absorbed all
yes,
that moisture.
I agree.
And they were like dripping.
Yeah.
They were good.
They were good. Yeah, they
This
got
year
dry,
they got dry.
and stale.
Our hotel had better humidity
yes,
control and it ruined
definitely.
my donuts.
Yeah. We also got a pumpkin cake, and I was unimpressed this year from where do we get that? Honeydukes. Yeah, that wasn't
We
good.
did try also some macarons from this like little hidden hole in the wall.
Yes,
They had
the
they
film
were
vault.
so cute. Like they
E.T.
were printed.
and Jaws.
E.T. and Jaws. And we saw on a TikTok they got like 2 out of 10 stars.
Yeah, they didn't like them. I thought
There
they
was
were.
a PB and J one.
Yeah, it was the ET one.
It was
so
10
good.
out of 10.
Yeah.
It was and I don't really even like macarons.
I don't really like peanut butter. Yeah, macarons.
Speaking of peanut butter, we went to Florian Fortescue.
Oh, wait. Let's pause. Because I had several people comment on the video I posted and was like, did she eat ice cream or drink whatever?
Oh yeah, because I was like, ew, you're gonna get the
ice cream, blah, blah, blah.
What did you want? The butterbeer
I wanted butterbeer
cream.
ice cream, which, spoiler alert, didn't get it because I was overwhelmed with the amount of flavors at Florian Fortescue's ice cream
We
parlor.
finally had it figured out, and then we get up there, and they're like, you get 2 scoops. And we were like, oh, shit.
Because you can get 2 different flavors.
Mine was
strawberry peanut butter.
Strawberry peanut butter.
Which was surprisingly delicious.
So good. And then the second one I got was the
salted
caramel blondie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. My mouth is watering. It
I
had like
got-
brownie chunks
Yes,
in it.
it was good. They were all good. I got chocolate raspberry, which was really good. And then I did try, because you had mentioned trying it,
really
and then you
wanted to
didn't
try
get
it.
it. So I got the Earl Grey and lavender, and it was surprisingly
so we
really
just, like,
good.
picked at
We shared.
And we sat in Nocturne Alley and ate our ice cream.
Watched all the people
bats.
with their interactive ones not be able to do a spell.
Well, yeah, we sat there because we were like, they're even using their mouth.
Yeah,
Like,
they're even saying the spell.
They would like line up their feet, and,
Yeah.
like, look, and I'm like, apparently that you got to do that.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
we will
legit.
do early entry for Ollivanders.
Maybe.
Because I'm
Get a
like,
wand.
early entry, no. Fast pass, yes.
Yeah. Definitely fast passes.
So yeah, we ate, we drank, we came, we saw,
got all
we
the butter
conquered.
beers. We ate at the Lincoln Cauldron and Three Broomsticks. Everything
Got
we've
drinks
gotten
in
there is
Hogs-
like
Hogshead, whatever.
the hopping pot.
Yes,
Pot.
which is down.
Yeah.
We had pumpkin juice. We had butter beer.
Pumpkin
we had
be-
hot, cold, and frozen butter beer.
yeah.
And my favorite is it's probably hot and then regular. And then frozen is
I will say, I feel like pumpkin juice is underrated
for sure.
because I didn't even know that was a thing until we went last year.
When me and Allie and Ramsey went, I was like, pumpkin juice? Like, that does not sound good. Oh my God.
It's
it is
so
like
good.
all of the ciders combined into one.
It's like Halloween and
it's
fall
cold.
time in a
Yeah.
cup.
Oh my God. It's
It's so good. So good. So yeah, we did get butterbeer potted cream though, which was one of my
Pot de creme.
pot de creme.
And it was
It was really good.
you gotta try. So now next year we know what to not do. Again, like you just learn. You learn every year. We know what to do, what not to do, what we want to try. I will be getting ice cream again.
I will be getting a crepe.
Oh yeah.
Except I really do want to try the
The
meat one.
The one that wasn't sweet. I know.
The
Me too.
savory crepe.
Yes.
Oh, and we got Who Hash in Dr. Seuss Land.
In a can.
Yeah.
It comes in a can.
I have the can. I took the
Yeah,
can home
and
because
you
that
said-
freaking thing was $17.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That had some lava hot potatoes in it.
And cheese. But it's like one thing on
ham
every
and-
TikTok I see. It's like Who Hash from
Yeah.
Seuss Land. And I will say it was delicious.
It was.
It was
again,
like
we shared everything so
We
we
did.
could pack more
more food in.
trying things.
Yes,
in.
we tried literally, I think everything, because we had a list.
We did.
We had lists of stuff to try.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think we tried everything.
It was
there
awesome.
Anything else?
I'm
And
so
then
excited.
we went to Toothsome Chocolate
yeah,
Emporium
for dinner.
The only thing I regret is not getting a dessert.
I know.
And if you told that to the Universal obsessed people, they'd probably punch
Well,
you
it's
directly in the
because
face.
we didn't get dessert because the whole time we were like, we have our donuts at the room. We have our donuts at the room.
I know. We should have got dessert.
And next year we're not getting 6 donuts.
No.
There's 2 of us. What were we
I know.
thinking?
I don't know. We didn't
We
eat
got
like,
half a dozen donuts that are like as big as my face.
I know the voodoo doll donut is like
There's 2
literally
of
this
us.
big.
That mocha powder one though.
We demolished that thing night one when we got them.
It was so good.
It is so good.
Speaking of night 1, let's talk about our out of the park experiences.
Which one?
Okay, so we're getting ready to go to bed night one.
Oh,
well, you're
yeah.
getting ready to go smoke for the last time of
Yeah.
the night one. And I hear
A scuffle.
yelling. And I'm
Yelling.
like, are they fighting? So we look out our peephole. 100% there's a couple fighting in the hallway.
Domestic dispute.
Like it was
is
like
escalating.
Jay-Z's
Yeah.
the hotel hallway video.
P. Diddy.
To it. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
P. Diddy.
It was. It was
Jay-Z's
about
the
that
other
level.
one.
They're yelling like they're physically assaulting each
you
other.
see him run after her. I see her run after him.
Yeah, it was because we're
They're-
watching through the people.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm kind of scared. Like this
Yeah.
is scary.
So I'm like, should we call someone? Like, because, okay, people are nutso. I was worried. Like, this is the stuff you hear and somebody pulls
Yeah.
out like a gun and
Yeah.
is like, "Bah, bah, bah," and
Yeah.
we're right there. They
Yes.
were in front of our door.
So we called the front desk, or we
Yeah.
called like, and we're like, there are people fighting. Like we're
Outside
on the
our
first
room.
floor.
Yes.
So I'm like, they're fighting.
Right next to the lobby.
Yeah,
might I
we're
add.
at this room. They're.
Mm-hmm.
I got really sad though because I look out the peephole and I hear her say, "Come on, so and so," and she takes off with the rolling suitcase, and I see this little girl carrying a blanket. She's like walking
Yeah.
down the hallway, and I'm like,
Terrible.
"Oh my god, I'm gonna cry."
Yeah. And later on, well,
then
we'll get there.
you go
I
out
go
and-
outside and I'm sitting there. Like,
And
I'm
you're
on
texting
my
me,
phone.
and you're like, "Oh my god, they're down here. They're
Because
fighting."
they walked by me and the guy is like just loudly, like the mom is, she's got all 3 kids in tow and they're like booking it. And he's like going after them and he's just yelling obscenities. Like to us, all the people sitting there, her. And then I hear them. I can't see them, but everyone can hear them. And she's like, "Don't fucking touch me. And I don't even know. He's yelling so like incoherently and loud. I can't tell what he's even saying. And these 3 small children are all just I can see the kids and they're all just standing there. And it made me sad. But then I see like 9 security people are like,
Yes.
"Brum, brum, brum," and I'm texting you like, "Oh, security's here. Oh, they're getting them. Oh,
So we also signed up for text messages from the hotel.
yes.
And so the next day we get this random text that's like, "We're sorry you had a noise disturbance.
But we
Security checked
investigated."
it out and they didn't find anything."
And I'm like, I literally saw security walk him away.
So yeah, because I'm me, I'm like, actually there was 8 security guards that came and like
Got
settled
him.
it. Like,
Yeah.
because you're wrong and I'm right.
Yeah. Weird.
Then-
That was sad.
Let's back up to when we drive our rental car off the lot. It was Alamo, by the
Yeah.
way.
0 stars to Alamo.
Hashtag Alamo, except
Alamo.
that one guy that worked at Alamo.
The end guy. We'll
Okay,
get there.
so we get in our car. Smells like weed.
Smells straight up like weed.
Like,
Like to the
thought there
point
was
I
weed
said,
in the
are we
car.
actually smuggling weed for Alamo and we don't know it?
Right.
Terrible
Not
smell.
only there's like greasy splatter all over my half of the windshield, and I'm like, listen, I am working the map and I can't see.
Yeah.
Like you're driving. Thank God your half was clean.
know.
But couldn't see.
Yeah.
Also, there's a low tire pressure light on.
Yeah. From
Like
the
we
moment.
should have stopped and been like, no,
We
give us
should
another
have.
car. But like it was all like, we're trying to get our suitcases in.
Yeah.
And we drive off the lot and we're like, oh, cool. The low tire pressure light is
Yeah.
on. The back passenger tire was at like 22.
22,
and
which isn't like concerningly low
right.
yet.
And as we drive, it goes up a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's just
But
slow.
we stop at a gas station, get a water,
Put
and
air.
pay $2 to put air in the tire. Because, it's not Lebanon. Like, we're not in Missouri. Like,
Yeah.
there's no free air here.
No,
So we pay $2, put air in the tire. We don't have to drive the car anymore because we have the shuttle
yeah,
to and fro.
yes, yeah.
So on our last night, being the,
Responsible adults that we
anxiety
are
ridden is what you mean. We're
Yes.
like, we better check
to
our
make sure
tire
those tires.
flat.
Not only is that one flat,
The other
but
one
the
is
other
low,
low,
to where
the
I'm like,
other rear tire
Were
is
our
at
tires
20.
slashed in the last 2 days. We've
Yes.
been at the hotel.
Yeah,
Also, we got there on a Wednesday, so we got a parking spot right outside our door.
yes, of our hotel.
So we get in to check because we're like, we have an early flight the next day. Tire's flat. It's at 9.
It's at 9.
And it goes down to 8.
Yeah. So we're both like, maybe it's just the sensors. But as
then
I'm
I
driving, you open the door.
I'm like, oh, it's
no,
flat.
that bitch is flat.
It is flat. We are driving on the rim-ish
Yeah.
thing at
Yeah.
this point.
So we make it to the first gas station we find.
Which is 2 miles away.
Yeah, I was panicking.
Me too.
We call Alamo customer roadside assistance.
They're going to tow it.
Yeah, we'll tow it. Well, first they were like, where are you? And we were like, at the gas station, but like, we're going to go back to our hotel. Mind you, we waited on hold with these people for like 20 minutes. And they're like, call us when you get back to the hotel.
So
Click.
we can track your...
Yeah,
track
we
where
can
you're
track
at.
your location.
So
GPS
we
your location.
again, get the air, get to the hotel. It is going down
Yes,
still.
it
Like,
is. Yeah.
Get to the hotel. Wait
They're
on
gonna
hold
tow
10
it.
minutes, call them back. We're going to tow it. And we're like,
Yeah.
come again? Like,
We need,
you can
are
tow
you,
it, but
are
you need
bringing
to drive
us a new car?
Nope. They want us to get to the Alamo 30 minutes away. To get a new car. Mm-hmm. So I was like, no, I'm not. It's 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And we have to sleep and
Yeah,
pack
we
and
have
shower.
to be at the airport at like 7 a.m. So we tell them like we're driving on the flat tires then because we would have had to wait for a tow truck,
Wait for an Uber.
wait for an Uber there. Like it would have been
Midnight,
madness.
at
Yeah.
least.
So so we drive flat
And they're
tires
like,
and
can
all.
you safely drive it? And we're like, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
We did.
It was a
also,
nightmare.
we missed 87 turns.
87
It
of
was
them.
nighttime. I had Jurassic Park water in my contacts. I couldn't see signs. You're like, we're
map
so
was so
tired.
stupid.
The map was dumb. And like, I think exhaustion, like our bodies were done. Like, I was like, I can't see any road signs. And you're like, neither can I. And I'm like, what's the map say? And you're like, I don't know.
It says something up here, and I don't know.
Yeah. So we missed. And then we finally get to the airport. And I don't take the right exit to even go to the rental car place. So then we had to go all the way
around the airport.
I was about to cry.
But
I'm not
then
going to lie.
It hits us, and we're like, we're dumbasses. Because if we can drive this car to this
30
airport
minutes
to
to
get
the
a new
other
car,
yeah.
then we could have just drove it
In the
tomorrow
morning.
morning. But I was scared to death that
I was
it would
too.
be flat.
You know, I really thought they would be like, don't worry,
We'll come
we'll get
fix
a
your
car to
flat.
you. Or yes. But instead, they were just like, sorry, we can tow
right.
it and then you can deal with your shit yourself.
So on roadside assistance, when they're like, okay, we'll exchange your car. And I'm like, okay. Or maybe was it the text? It was the text. We text and we're like, we have a flat. Like, what do you want us to do? She calls, right?
She called my phone back, yeah.
And she was like, oh no, I'm so worried about you guys. Please let me know. Please tell me when you get a new car. And is there anything else I can do for you? And I am so
Yeah.
sorry and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, can we get a discount?
Yeah, like this has
We've
been
had to
hell.
stop and put air in this tire twice. We're having to exchange our car the night before our early flight.
At 10 o'clock, 10:30.
So she's like, I can take off 5%. How's that? And
You said
I said, that's better than a kick in the teeth. But
that's kind of shitty.
all right.
But thank you for taking
Yeah.
off. So you paid for the $4 of air in our
Yeah,
tires.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
So that was a good time.
Yeah,
we will not
but
be using Alamo.
I will not
again.
be using
Take
Alamo.
me back to Dollar.
Yes, Dollar was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Also, Alamo is like a hike away from the airport, which is so irritating.
And when we returned the car, Alamo was way.
Yes.
Dollar's like boop boop right when you
Yeah.
get there.
But I will say the guy at the end, so we return our exchange car and
Yeah.
he's like, how is everything? And I said, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I go through the spiel and he's
car
like,
smells like
"Oh,
weed. Windshield's got greasy splatter all
needs
over
an oil
it.
change,
Yeah,
flat
needs
tires.
an oil change.
Had to exchange it at midnight.
Yeah. And
And
was
he's like, oh, I'll take off $80.
Yeah.
And I was
so
like,
basically we only paid
score.
for one day.
Yeah. Which I'm like,
Thank
that's
you,
pretty
sir.
much what we drove it anyways
Right.
before the
Yes.
tires went flat. So yeah. But yeah, Alamo. None of the stars.
Nope, no
Never
stars.
again. Never again.
Was that pretty much everything? As much as we can, like wrap up Universal, Disney, Alamo, Scuffle in the Hallway, all the food and drinks.
I have a couple more things.
What is it?
One pro tip, if it's just a couple of you and you have no kids, all the restaurants in City Walk and Disney Springs, if you just show up, you need a reservation, or you're probably
waiting an hour
or two, or till 9. Or if you're an adult, you can go sit at the bar, and they all have the full menu at the bar.
I don't like it.
I don't necessarily enjoy it.
It's annoying to me.
But I would rather sit at the bar.
If I can get food in my belly immediately,
We did it everywhere we went.
Yep, we sure did.
So yeah, if you're a grown up,
Yeah.
you can sit at the bar immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only other thing that I feel the need to like talk about airport etiquette. Listen, people, if you've never flown before,
How do you walk around with your head crammed up your ass?
I don't know. I can't tell you the amount of people in line in front of us for checking a bag, getting ready to go.
I need my ID.
Yeah, I don't have an ID.
Is it your first day in an airport?
All you have to do is Google.
It's not 1982 anymore.
You can't wipe your butt anymore without having your ID.
Yes.
Why do you not have your ID?
Yeah. Can they make a line for people that don't have their shit together?
Or like first-time flyers. If you're a first-time flyer,
And
get
you
to
don't
the
know what's
airport
going
4
on.
hours early. You get in this line, and someone will walk you through the
Okay.
process.
So the airport we fly out of to go there is like, it's our home airport.
Yes.
We know the drill.
Tiny, teeny, tiny.
Like, we know exactly what time we got to be there.
Yeah.
Every single time. It's happened to me when I fly out of Phoenix. It's happened to me every time we've left Florida. We get there to go home, and the line for Allegiant is,
Yeah, it's
we
long.
ain't getting through that in time to get on our flight. But they do this really cool thing.
Allegiant does. It's the only airline I've ever seen do
They do
it.
this really cool thing where they're like, they hold up a sign and they yell like,
Springfield. If you're on the
like,
Springfield
if you're on
flight,
the Springfield flight, and they pull you out of line
and you
they
check your bag.
expedite you because okay, so Allegiant flies, let's say that day they're flying like 3 places out of that spot
Right.
around that time. That's
Right.
why they call you out of there, because
Yeah.
they know like all of these people are here for this, and this flight, but
Yeah.
this one leaves in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and if you miss a flight, there's not another plane going.
For maybe a few days.
Yes, because it's Allegiant.
Okay, so we're standing in the stupid line and they're calling for
Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne. Not calling, yelling.
She
Fort
is
Wayne.
Yeah, holding
Red,
the
a
sign.
bright red sign.
Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
We've heard it for 5 minutes.
She's yelled it numerous times.
The lady behind us on like the 15th
When she's
yell,
like, last call for Fort Wayne,
she goes,
she's like,
"Oh,
Fort Wayne?
flabbergasted.
Yeah,
Where
and
have
then,
you been for the last 15, 20 minutes
Yeah,
that she's been
she's
hollering
screaming.
your destination
I don't
with a
know.
bright red sign?
And then when they got to the thing, they had none of what they needed. It took them, I'm pretty sure they were still checking a bag by the time we left.
And that
yeah.
means they were leaving before us.
Yes. They may have
Then
not
we
made
get
that
to the
flight.
security line, and there's a gaggle of humans in front of us, and one of them, they're like, "Oh, you need your ID? She don't have her ID."
How did you even get in here? Because you can't check a bag without your ID
Maybe
either.
they didn't check a bag.
Maybe they didn't check a bag.
So they have to pull them to the side
Yeah.
and call
Also-
another TSA person over there.
We're in this line. There's another line here, and there's a guy checking IDs at this window, and this place is busy.
Yes.
His line isn't moving, and he's going next.
Next.
I can help. Who's next?
Next. Nobody's.
So I whoop under the rail, and immediately a lady's like, "Oh, you can't do that," and I'm like, "You see me do that, but you can't tell
Yeah.
these people
To
who
go?
Yeah, go. God." It drives me nuts. Airports give me the most anxiety.
Yeah, that's
because
what,
people are so
the
stupid.
night before, Ramsey's like, "Are you ready to be home?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just ready to get the travel part over with." And he's like, "Yeah, it always gives you anxiety." And I'm like, "Because people are morons."
Yes, and then
I hate, no matter what it is, having something I have to do at a certain time, but not being able to just get it done right then. Like, I have to wait.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be an accident on the way there.
Right.
I don't know how many turns we'll miss. It was approximately 2 that morning.
It was. We
At
missed
least,
a couple.
because
Yeah.
you're yelling at me like, "Crystal," and I'm like, "The map is telling me it's not here, but it was there, and I don't know."
You know when we say each other's name, somebody's in trouble.
Yeah. Courtney.
You and Chelsea say my name the exact same way when you're pissed at me. Or not pissed, but when I'm being stupid and you're like, good God. I felt like Ramsey in that moment. Like, Crystal, you didn't tell me to turn.
It didn't tell
and
me
you
to
were like,
turn.
the map didn't tell me.
That map was being dumb.
That map was being a piece of shit.
And the roads were stupid.
I will say, and Florida is a toll state, if you didn't know.
Not for us, though.
You know
we
what?
drove in the express.
Oh, yeah, I
line
forgot about
for
that.
like
We may
10
be arrested
miles.
later this
We
week.
might not be allowed back in Florida.
No, we may have got kicked out. But you know what? If Google Maps should warn you, it shouldn't give you an express lane route and say, like, we didn't know. We don't have tolls at home. I have no idea about tolls. So yeah, if you're in the express lane, you're supposed to have like a pass. And if you accidentally get in the express lane, you're supposed to whoop off the first exit.
That's not what the map told me to do.
That's not what the map said. I was like, maybe this is like,
legal and fine.
Maybe it's...
That's okay.
I don't know. Anyway,
We were in it for like 10 miles.
yeah, we may be getting a letter from the state of Florida and a fine.
Weasley. How dare you steal that car? Pretty much. Yeah. Same thing.
Oops.
So, yes.
And getting off planes. If you have a bag in the overhead bin, can you not get it in a timely fashion? You're holding up the entire rest of the plane.
Yeah, if
while you're
you-
getting your bag, putting your shit in it, having your butt out in the aisle so nobody can get past
If you move like a turtle.
sit at the back of the plane.
Yeah. Or wait till the fast people get off
Yes,
the plane.
yes,
Because like I don't
yes.
have anything in the
I
overhead
don't either.
bin.
I
did
have
that
my
for a reason.
Yeah. I have my thing. I'm standing in my seat, poised and ready
with
to
my
go.
head this way because the plane is
Yes. And I have to sit there and watch you guys dilly-dally for 10 minutes with your bags and your suitcases and the slow moving. I can't.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I will rate our trip a 10 out of 10.
Oh, 10 out of 10. It's
And I
always
am
a 10 out
ready
of
for
10.
next year.
I'm already like, I'm stashing cash.
Yeah.
I'm planning. We're ready.
I know. I've Googled and Googled and Googled.
Me too.
About
I've
the new
Googled a bunch
park.
of stuff. I was telling Cole about the new part, and he's like, and I'm like, why are you not excited?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah,
So-
definite 10 out of 10. 10 out of
Is
10.
that it for our Universal Disney
I
hoopla?
think so. Universal Disney hoopla.
So what
Yeah.
else happened since our last podcast that we maybe need to touch on?
Carter cut his mullet off.
Oh yeah, he did.
I'm so sad.
I think you should have been like, "Yeah, I'll cut your hair," and then been like, "I don't want to cut your hair."
Yeah, I'm gonna
Stand
leave you
him
here. Sorry, it's a new season of Fortnite. I gotta go.
Also, Eminem released a new song.
Oh yeah, Gen Z is pissed.
Us
Cry
millennials,
about
though,
it.
Are like,
Cry about it.
guess who's back? Back again.
Shady's back.
Tell a
Tell a
friend.
friend.
Guess who's back?
Oh, here
Guess
comes
who's
Ramsey.
back? Guess who's back?
Anything else? I don't know what happened this week in anything because we were on vacation. We weren't on social media. I don't know what happened.
I wasn't either.
I wasn't present for the world of TikTok. I don't care.
No.
I was in
Yeah, the
Universal.
only thing we were TikToking was like what to eat.
Yeah,
what
what
to
we
drink.
ate in a day at Universal.
Are we at our time?
We're probably over
perfect.
our time. I feel like we ranted a lot. I'm about to pee my
Me
pants.
too. That's why I'm like, me too.
Okay, well,
Yeah. So it was good. Good time. Thank you
if
for
you haven't,
watching.
if you haven't gone to Universal,
Yeah.
Book a trip.
If you have questions on what to do and where to go and how to do it, and
We're
if
pretty
you need
much-
a travel agent,
We're pretty much experts.
Yeah.
At this point.
just don't ask us about Disney because we will tell you not
Tell
to
you
go.
not to do it.
Don't waste your time or money
Or money.
sanity or whatever.
Go to
If you
Universal.
want heat exhaustion, just go lay on the sidewalk somewhere in the
That's a
middle
good
of the
idea.
summer because
Yes.
that's what Disney is to me.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
All right.
see you next time.
Yeah. Bye.
I have to pee.
Me too.